Okay, this is step 4. So for option
Yelling at me.
Hi, my name is Rogue, and this is making whipped coffee or Dalgona coffee for professional writing. This coffee, disclaimer, is not my idea nor my creation. It comes from Korea. And this is not an exact recipe or anything. This is just how I make it. This recipe is also 1 serving size per person. So for additional serving sizes, you can just double the recipe for every additional person that you'd want to share this with. Step 1 is to gather your materials, and these are all the materials you will need. For both options, you're gonna need a kettle or something to heat up your water with. Optional, ice and cinnamon. You need instant coffee, your sugar of choice, and your milk of choice. Option 1, which is the longer way to make this drink, you will also need a spoon and a fork or whisk. And for option 2, you will need a hand frother. Step 2, after gathering your ingredients, is filling up your kettle with 0.5 liters of water. This has some water in it already, but I'm just gonna fill it up to that exact line. Step 3 is heating up your water. I have an electric kettle, so it does this in 2-3 minutes. If you need to, you can pause the video if you're doing it on the stove or in a microwave if you desire. So this is step 4. You can do this while your water is boiling, or you can wait until after. If you do it while your water is boiling, it's just a little bit quicker. For option 1, you're gonna wanna grab your bowl and your spoon. And if you're doing option 2, you're gonna wanna grab your cup and your spoon. This is not a real measuring spoon, but it does the job. You're gonna wanna grab your teaspoon, and as I said earlier, the serving size is 1 serving per person. I start with 1.5 equal parts water, coffee, and sugar, because that's a good way to start. And if I want it a little stronger or a little sweeter, I can just adjust it. If you've never done this before, the equal parts kind of make sure it tastes almost even throughout all flavors. So this next step is somewhat optional. I personally like cinnamon in my coffee. I'm gonna tap it 3 times in each serving. And then I give it a little mix. Now we're gonna wanna grab our water. And as I said before, it's the same amount of sugar, coffee, and water. Again, here's where the steps are different. If you're doing option 2, you will grab your hand frother and then you just press it. In total, that took me 40 seconds, so no more than a minute. And you'll have a mixture that looks like this. And I'll flip the camera so you can see. Okay, here's our mixture. It's a little stiff. It doesn't move right away, but it is clearly able to move. If you're doing the bowl option, you are going to hand mix this either with a fork or a whisk. Okay, here's the mixture. It's not as pretty as the first one, and definitely, as you can see, not everything was covered. A smaller size bowl might have worked, but I'm actually going to be adding some more of the serving size into this bowl. Okay, so the next step is to get your mixture, if you did it in a bowl, and pour it into your cup. After you pour your milk, if you've made your mix correctly, it'll have some little stiff peaks somewhere on the side, and that's how you know it was whipped or mixed well enough. This is what your drink should look like. I'm gonna get this one in better lighting for a second. So pretty. I don't know why it got so messy. Sorry, this is the cleanup part.
Come back at me.
No.
It's kind of melted. We have to give it time.
And now we're gonna do taste tests. Okay, here's Alyssa taste testing. 10 out of 10.
So yummy. She got in the way. Mixing it up so it's all nice and
All you had to do was take the drink.
taste. Sorry. That's pretty good. Looks like a 4, tastes like an 8.5. I'd say it like sums out to be like
100 million thousand.